Greetings to all. Today I am Shalini from Agriculture Department going to deliver a video lecture on the topic that is the soil forming rocks and weathering. So before getting into the lecture, I want to start with a quote by the Greek philosopher Friedrich. The quote is, "For a tree to become tall, it must grow tough roots among the rocks." So, in this lecture, I want to tell you about the general introduction of the rocks. It's a kind of briefing, and then the types of rocks, then the weathering and its types, and the last one is the factors of weathering. So, next, I want to give some general introduction about the rocks. So, if I talk about rocks, they are the parent material for the soil. It is the one of the most essential part of the earth crust. And basically, it is the hard mass of the beneficial, I can say, the most essential mineral matter, and which further results in the formation of soil. So for developing 1 centimeter of soil, it needs about 100 of years to results in weathering. So rocks are formed from the molten magma which get extracted out from the earth's surface. And the study of rocks is called petrology. So the word petrology is derived from a Greek word that is petra. Petra means rock and logos means to study. Then I want to tell you about the types of rocks. So basically there are three types of rocks. First is the igneous rocks, second is the sedimentary rocks, and the last one is the metamorphic rocks. So first of all, I want to tell you about the igneous rocks. This is the first and the foremost type of the rock which are firstly formed on the earth's surface, and this will result into the solidification of that molten magma which get exploited out of the earth's surface. So based on the formation, they are divided into two. One is extrusive and second is intrusive. The basic difference is that the extrusive igneous rocks are get generated on the surface of the earth and get settled down and result in the formation of these extrusive rocks. And in case of intrusive rocks, they are formed below the earth's surface. So the basic examples are basalt, granite, and gabbro. So this is the image of the igneous rocks. Now, secondly, I want to tell you about the sedimentary rocks. At the word already differentiated that it is the formation of sediments on the earth's surface. So these are formed after igneous rocks, but the agents are used in this are the wind or water, and due to their action there is a formation of sedimentary rocks. And one more basic quality is that they are formed in layers. They are not like I can say the bold part, but they are in layers. Secondly, they are also known as the clastic rocks, and the examples are shale and limestone, and the image is already shown in the video. And the last one is the metamorphic rocks. If I talk about the metamorphic rocks, these are formed from both igneous and sedimentary rocks in which different processes take place like solarization, crystallization. These are the processes, sedimentation, which result in the formation of the metamorphic rocks. So they can be formed due to the influence of heat, pressure, chemical active liquids, and gases. And the changes due to water is known as the hydrometamorphosis, and the changes due to pressure is known as dynamometamorphosis. So the examples are marble or slate. So the on the left side of the slide is the showing the figure of a metamorphic rock. Next, I want to tell you about some what are the different types of weathering and what is weathering. So the term weathering is not dealing with climate. In soil science, weathering is dealing with the breakdown, the disintegration, and the decomposition of rocks by various physical, chemical, and biological processes, which further result in the formation of our soil. So, if I talk about their types. Let's get to its types. So basically there are three types of rocks weathering. First is physical weathering, second is chemical weathering, and third is biological weathering. And after uh, this I want to tell you about one by one about these kind of weatherings. So first I want to tell you about physical weathering. So if I talk about physical weathering, it is also known as mechanical weathering, and it is caused due to the change in the temperature which result in the expansion and contraction of the rocks, which results in the splitting of the rocks, or I can say breakdown of the rocks. As you see in the right side of the image, there is showing a figure of a full rock, and where there is a collection of water in the root crack, rock crack, and then in the second there is a water freezes and expands due to low temperature, and there is a formation of ice. After that, that water get deeper into that crack again, and this repetition is going on and then further result into the cracking of rocks. Now I want to tell you about chemical weathering. So if I talk about chemicals, so it's the word already showing that chemicals. So this chemical weathering is just the decomposition and disintegration of the rocks due to chemical reaction. What happened in this, that water causes a change in the chemical composition of rocks. As you all know that the rocks containing aluminium also, iron also, magnesium also. So there are near about every element rocks are containing. So when they are reacted to water, some are dissolvable, some are non-dissolvable, some results in, I can say, volatilization. So you are seeing in this picture that this is the form of chemical weathering. Okay. Next is the biological weathering. If I talk about biological weathering, the word biological diversify that it is based on biology, means it is consisting of plants and animals. So with the help of plants and animals, the rocks are getting cracking out, and there is a formation of sediments of the rocks. So basically it is the root causing disintegration of rocks. As you seeing in the picture that there is a plant and the roots are going deeper into it and resulting cracking of rocks. So at the last, I want to tell you about the what are the different factors which are resulting in causing these weathering. So there are plethora of the factors which are affecting weather, but first one is the nature of rocks, climate, and the physical environment. If I talk about the nature of rock, it means what kind of rock is that? Means it is basalt, it is gabbro, it is limestone, or it is quartz. So these the meaning of the word is that it is containing potassium also, aluminium also, silicon also. So these are the nature of rocks. So what kind of rocks are there? Some are dissolvable, some become hard when water fall on it. So these are the nature of the rocks. Next come the climate. If I talk about climate, it means the high pressure, yeah, high temperature or low temperature, that is dealing with the climate. So climate also helps in contraction or expansion of the rocks, which further results in the formation of soil. So last come the physical environment. We all know that we have our surroundings. If we want to live in hilly areas, we have to clear that area. So this is come under the physical environment. So this also the major factor of weathering which result in the formation of soil. So these are the factors which are resulting in formation of soil. And at last, these are some references for your concern. And this is all about today's lecture. And I hope this lecture may be beneficial for you in the future. And thank you. Have a nice day.